Hey yo, let's go. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Hans. I'm simply dude on the internet. Don't listen to me at all. You might just get absolutely wrecked. That is the wrong thing to do. Get this up here. Everything seems fine. Let me pause this. Okay. See if we're live on Twitter. Seems like we're fine over here. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope that you're not getting absolutely shaken out of this insane market as BTC drops 10,000 USD in one candle. Unfortunately, it was to the downside this time. Let's see what some of the top gainers are. We'll pull up the bubbles. We'll pull up, see what BTC is doing. Maybe what some of the altcoins are doing. Switch over to the daily. So interesting candle there. Retesting. This looks quite powerful. The fact that we're this high already. Trying to go higher here. There's simply no reason to get in front of something like this. The trend is your friend until the end or until it bends. This is not bent just yet. It's still very early. There's no reason to short to this. Any stupid analyst that is getting in front of this is rather retarded. Some might, I'll take that back, some might blindly short a double top, which is fine. It would have worked out pretty well because you did a very, very quick move. Let's see what percentage down. This was a 15%, 14% down. Let's compare it to previous downtrends in a bull market, especially after the 20% there, especially after the halving happens. 11% there. I think this one was quite 34. So is this the only correction we're going to get? Hopefully we do consolidate a little bit sideways before moving up higher. Generally, Bitcoin doesn't spend a lot of time under the all-time high once it's tested it. Let's look at this quickly. Let's say from where it touches it. So touched the all-time high here. Within 2 weeks after, it's blasted through that. Let's look at a previous cycle. Should we counter that? So that was, no, let's not count that because it doesn't touch the all-time high. Touched it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and off it went. So it would actually be good to see 7 weeks of sideways movement here to let these indicators reset so we can go higher. What's up, Red Squirrel? What's up, TA Zebit? Just seeing if I can see the chat. Seems like I can't see the chat on Twitter. Either way, BTC healthy here. Let's take a look at ETH. So on some exchanges like Bitstamp, we have to touch the all-time high. Let's just quickly look at Coinbase. See if we've touched the all-time high over here. Yeah, so we've touched it on Coinbase as well. Okay, cool. So the all-time high has been touched everywhere. So just to compare where Ethereum is versus where BTC is. Right, BTC is at the all-time highs here. And we can do this analysis because we're looking at the retracement, right? We're simply looking at percentages of the trading range. And here we are pretty much at the 78.6 level. So if you look at what BTC did during its, so this is called the short location for the short, you can see here. So Ethereum is sitting at this area over here. And you can see BTC just blasted through here. And if you're going to assume that ETH would do the same market structure that it had here, because ETH actually has a better market structure. And what I mean by that is it bottomed before BTC. It had beautiful higher lows all the way. And when it finally broke out, which is this area here, off you go. So from here, if we are to assume that Ethereum will have the same market structure and just moved through the short location quickly, we would expect it to be at least at that level, which is where BTC is currently consolidating, which is still, if I can move this out the way, 20%. So that's almost like a free 20% trade here in Ethereum. I can see that, DGen Trader. I'm on Restream, so that's awesome. What's up, friends? Move over to Twitter. No notifications for Hans. What's going on? I don't know, dude. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell for notifications. And if you're not getting notified, then don't know. Pause this here. Yeah, so free trade here, 23% trade. And I think that's why. Now, this isn't the best location to be taking a short here, right? Because you're literally in the area where the shorters will enter their positions in the macro range here. So they've been waiting quite a while here. And if they took this trade versus BTC, as I've just shown, they've obviously been stopped out. And I would assume that the OA or the SAC wallet is looking at this as well as a free 20% trade, as BTC just melted through this area. Now, this is not the area to be taking longs, right? The area to be taking longs value for ETH was in the long reload zone, right? This is where the professionals take longs. And this is where they're trying to short this. But BTC and the overall market has been pretty powerful, right? Let's see what the stock market is doing this morning. Where's the ES? My S&P is not here. Weird. So the weekly, we're having a little bit of a consolidation. Yesterday was a red day as well. So, but I mean, it's very, very high here. It's just been moving quite aggressively. The last time we were this oversold, we had this little correction. So maybe a little bull flag. It would be good for this market to settle down, reset these indicators like we did back here, and we can go higher very, very easily. So yeah, the overall market, the macro environment is very, very bullish. BTC dominance just moving sideways here on the weekly. Indicators are resetting. We want this to roll over, right, for the alt season to happen. We just pretty much haven't done anything for quite a while. There's something. So the total market cap, pretty much where Ethereum is currently at. Total market cap 2, this is excluding BTC and the stable coins, just above the 50%, so lagging behind, whereas the rest of the market is pretty much here. Total 2 or total 3, this is the total market cap excluding BTC, ETH and stable coins, even lagging even further behind. Now the others, seems like this is Somi's one of his more favorite charts these days. This is just before the short location. It got rejected at the short location. So behind ETH and BTC, so still a lot more room to go. Even to the all-time highs is still a 50, almost a 60% gain where BTC is currently chilling. Then I've got the other dominance here as well. And the other dominance up 76% from the lows. The previous first bubble alt season lasted 53% or 135%, so we're pretty much halfway there this cycle. So you can't fault Sami for saying that the first part of our first bubble is halfway through. He's not wrong when he's saying that. And there you've got the proof. From the lows, you did 160%. I measured it from here because I didn't trust that wick. Just slap bang half of 76, or even from here. Let's do that. That's reasonable, and we're halfway through that. Though time-based, this lasted 62 bars or 400 days. See how far we're in. We're 273 days in. So I mean, it's practically halfway as well. So not only in price, but in time. They're trying to ghost me. ETH and BTC looks interesting here too. Yeah, so trying to find a bottom here. Now, Tangent, for some reason, thinks that this is weakness in the chart. I might be wrong about his analysis. But for an altcoin, I know it's taken a long time. This was a full cycle, right? But we haven't really gotten to the reload zone. This is called the long reload zone. This is where value is at. And if you look at any altcoin, they've already done these retracements to here, or even losing their lows against BTC. So ETH is showing incredible strength here in its hold cycle to be holding up at these areas here. I mean, the indicators got absolutely reset all the way from back here. Let's even look at the monthly quickly to see how cheap it got. Incredibly cheap on the indicators, although it hasn't really printed these green signals down here, which is fine. These indicators has practically reset all the way here. The RSI as well. So for this, pretty much long story short is as soon as a W forms here, which is you can see the start of it forming here, right? That's almost like a triple bottom, but either way, there is your W. And you can already see the horizontal ray here. Interestingly enough, that is the 38.2. As soon as you start closing candles here, ETH will outperform BTC. So yeah, practically it's a very good trade if you're swapping your BTC for ETH here. It's showing some strength here. It's starting to W out. There you go. These are the reason we're looking at these, because it's kind of giving us an example of what to expect for when we can expect insane gains in the Pulsion ecosystem, and that's where we're going now here. Can I check out BDI? What happened with ZKZX? Is it dead? Asks Dixon. Can you check out BTC? Okay, we'll get to your charts. I'm not going to do technical analysis because, right, what am I doing with this chart here? Right, as a granny, if I wanted to buy some, I should have been getting some in the reload zone, right, from the lows to the highs. We can extend this and we can see we've now left value, right? This is where you should have been getting it, right? It doesn't mean it's expensive here, just you've missed cheap prices. And we're looking to these extensions if this was the bottom, and I'm pretty sure the bottom has been confirmed by now. You've got these prices to the upside and even more if you start adjusting these fib extension levels. So this is not me being bearish telling you that it's left value. right? And that's pretty much all technical analysis I ever do, because that's how I trade. Then we can just look at W's. You've got this clear W that's been here for a very, very long time. This W breakout here, you can see the horizontal ray is the breakout level. Played with it as support, resistance, broken again, and now it's found support on this level again, which is good to see. This is called the sign of strength on Wyckoff theory. This happens before leaving the accumulation phase, and this was your accumulation phase here. I mean, this whole thing is still the accumulation phase, and we are just pretty much leaving it now. And yeah, if you want to call this head and shoulders, it's fine with me that some of the analysts are looking at that. There are drawing tools we can use. There's your head and shoulders. So there's your left shoulder here. That's your head. This large head over here. Then your right shoulder, and that's your breakout level. The more symmetrical, the better it is. That's not very symmetrical. You can be nitpicky and draw it very symmetrical if you want to. So it just has to go to the low, to the right shoulder. Pretty much there's your head and shoulders. Measure and move for the head and shoulders is the neckline to the head, which is the bottom, and then you extend it. That takes us right into the bearish reload zone, which is this area here. And I'm not shorting this market. I don't even think I'm taking profits there. I'm just holding until a certain time. Yeah, so double-digit gains here. I mean, Pulse X is up 16%. Earn Protocol launched today, so there's lots of probably some lending going on there, some locking up. Can you look at Louis the Duck? Can we look at the wrapped pulse on ETH? Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. Teddy wants a billion market cap. Wasn't my tweet the most timely buy ever? Because Speed Eye is up a lot today. Where we're at, where are we at, where are we at, where are we at? Yeah, so do follow me on Twitter. I sometimes drop good alpha like this. This was yesterday. Showed you where I bought there on PDI after selling the top. These were, I don't know if this was, generally I sell halves on doubles, but sometimes if I'm looking at the chart, I'll wait and see if it's exhausted and then take the profits after a 100% move. Let's see, what was that? That was 12 PLS per PDI. Let's just quickly see where it's currently trading at. It's up to 52%. Wow, this is a really good bounce that we're having here now. Let's go to Wrapped Pulse. Always look at these coins versus Wrapped Pulse. So at 12 to 18. So that's a good little move there. The others, like Teddy Bear and Trope, unfortunately wasn't in the reload zone for me just yet. Let me see if all of this chat is coming through here. Okay, yeah, let's go to the WPLS because I have it here. Versus ETH, down 9% on the day. So it's very volatile. Oh my goodness. You know what? These wicks, after this wick happened, this is pretty, I don't know if I want to share this. Yeah, I'm not going to share this because it's going to take away the edge that I have myself here. So putting back here, this wick came all the way back to retest the breakout level. So we're probably going to see PLS move and fill this wick all the way here. The RSI has come down nicely. Very little liquidity left in this. A lot of liquidity has been removed here, so it's going to be incredibly volatile. But like I've said about this previously, if you take off the wicks and you go off the line chart, which is just the candle body closes, that is a picture perfect weekly W there. I can just remove everything, right? And I've checked the numbers. These first lows held. So for a W to be valid, the second V has to be higher or equal than the first low, because you need to make a higher low and then a higher high for a trend to be changed. And that is simply what a W is. It's a change of trend at the bottom of the range. So, I mean, that's perfect. And if you look at the line chart as well, we're now retesting that level. So breakout levels like to get retested before going higher, and that's perfectly fine. That's what we have here. Indicators, the RSI is trending higher. It's below 50, so this definitely has more room to move to the upside. It's a good chart to look at because we want to outperform ETH, right? Teddy, ZKZX had too many sellers that had not bought any coins. They killed the price and took out way too much money, in my opinion. It is dead for me. What do you think the conservative X's from now to the Richard Hart coins? Dude, everybody loves that question. I just don't know if anybody can give you a really good answer with that. But we can do fib extensions and play around with that. But I don't know how much it's going to tell you. So the lows was there. Just trying to get the exact bottom. That's fine. So probably the way 4.669. I need to go here. I just keep on forgetting these. 877. So how an investor will handle these levels, he'll probably just sell a small percentage if that is his profit-taking plan. I mean, your extensions are right. You're 2.618 from where we're currently at. What was the question? From now. So from where we're currently at. I'm trying to get this to, there we go. So your first target is 370% away. Your next fib extension is 721% away. The 877 is a 14x away. And then there's a 1688 as well. And I'll show you on other layer ones, which we can compare to how they have done with these extensions. And then all the way to the 1688 is a 28x from where we're currently at. Which should we compare this to? I mean, I'll try to look at Solana. Maybe let's look at Avalanche. So this is your weekly chart. Do we do extension from here? Probably here, because that was the dip. It's probably not fair to do it from this range because you had proper consolidation that happened here. It's probably, let's see how far it went down from here. It was a 60% dip. Let's measure it from there. This wasn't even its first cycle. It only got to the 8.77. There's the 1698. It's all the way at 74. Just measure how long this consolidation was. That's 301 days. How long have we been consolidating here? From here? Almost the same. Yeah, so as you can see, these things can outperform even these extensions. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Let's look at what Link did. Yeah, I don't think we have all the data here. We do have this little area here. Yeah, once again, it almost perfectly predicted the top with the 1688 extension. So, yeah, maybe I'd use this to maybe start selling a little bit here at the 8.77. Maybe sell 10% here. Yeah, I still have to think about my profit taking strategy and write it down. What's up, Kryptonite? Especially that we found on-chain proof that OA is interacting with PMaker and PDI with his wallets. Men lie, women lie. I just trade the charts. Hans, are you still selling incentive token? Absolutely. And I'm selling it for PLS and PLSX evenly, and then compounding it back into my pool. But I've been doing that strategy all the way from $80, right? And we're at 7. I'm collecting ink to sell at 75. That's fine. Is it almost full steam alt season? The big memes, those have pumped hard. That generally happens after BTC tops. So if you think that BTC has stopped here, then yeah. What's up, Dewey? How's the earn chart looking? If someone can give me some more info on what the going rate was for this, what the sack rate was, that would actually be quite interesting. So we should look at it versus PLS. So they've added this liquidity versus PLSX here. If we can probably look at it versus PLSX. I would love to know if it's, let's see here. I don't think there was a sacrifice for earn, was there? But practically, it's chilling right at value for. If there wasn't a sacrifice, dude, I would definitely get some here. Because it's come down nicely from the highs. It's holding up here. Let's see where. So the 4 hourly, which printed recently, is still quite high. So the 2 hourly probably is going to tell us, yeah, it's quite high here at 60. These things are hard. I mean, you can wait for a W to form on the chart. But the chart looks fine. I would love to know what the going rate was for this. Just sort this out here. Where's my chat? Where did my chat go? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find my chat window. Anyway, What's my thought on Mike? Sold off a lot from the all-time high. Yeah, you guys should take profit on these players, especially if you're up a lot on them. It's like any other meme coin, right? It's paired against incentive tokens, so you can earn incentive tokens, so they're going off the incentive token hype, which is fine. I mean, we can look at it versus ink. It's going down against ink, which means this is natural selling. And I mean, you're off the highs. If you bought the lows, you should have been taking some profits into PLS because you're back inside the reload zone. If you loved this, this is where you should have been waiting for it, because these things always come back to these. It's just how markets work, especially the markets that we are dabbling in. There's some bullish divergences forming here, so I mean, if you loved it, you should have been getting it here. I don't know if the hype is over, if there's more oomph in it. Those things are very hard to judge. That's why I'm a peanut brain, like Somi says, and just sells halves on doubles. Sometimes I'll watch the chart, try and time the top. Quite good at that, especially timing tops. I'm not as good as buying the bottoms as I am selling tops. So that is Mike. A wrapped BTC. So BWBTC. We should probably go through. Damn, there's a lot of green on this watch list. Go through all of the coins from the top of my watch list. So, I mean, wrapped BTC, pretty much you're back at your lows, right? You're at the bottom of the range. So this is where you should be interested in these things. Very nice little W that's formed here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Did these lows hold? Yeah, so that's a valid W that you have there, not only on the candlestick chart, but you can see it beautifully on the line chart as well. And that's a breakout there. So you're at your lows, you've got a little bit of a W. You can look for divergences. You're probably going to see some divergences on something like the MACD, which is indicator confirmation. So all three rules are for the granny are fulfilled. So I can't falter for getting some here. Literally, it's all three. You've got location because you're not at the highs. You're pretty much down 90% from the highs. Market structure, which is a W, and indicator confirmation, which I'm not going to look for now. It looks healthy, looks good. It's just broken out. Looks like it can go a little bit higher. And we're looking at versus Rapid Pulse because you need to be outperforming Rapid Pulse, right? Thoughts on the HOA chart? So I've lost a connection with Twitter, so I think I've lost a bit of your chat on Twitter. Sorry about that, dudes and dudettes. Thoughts on the HOA chart? We'll come to HOA. So this is PLSX on the daily chart versus Pulse. It's a bullish engulfing. Did we make a new low here? What was that? 40.57, 40.50. So this is lower with a candlestick. Either way, that's a bullish engulfing candle, which is good. Yeah, not much to say here. Very clear lines that you want to hold below you and clear lines above you which you want to break and close above. This is a healthy consolidation here if you want to see movement to the upside. EX. It's the YouTube chat that matters. What's up, Kesa? A sack was for the what token. The airdrop to sackers is 1 EARN per dollar sacked to Power City. Huh. The airdrop is released over 180 days. Humble D, thanks for that very valuable information. So it is free money. So those guys have probably sold by now, many of them. Huh. So for their sack, they got more. EX here. Weekly chart. This is a breakout here. Right? Like, objectively speaking, like, we're above all highs, all swing highs on this chart. By the way, this is Hex versus USD on the weekly time frame on the line chart, right? This is, I mean, a clear breakout level. Now, if we put on the clear breakout, excuse me, if we put on the candlestick chart, we can see that there's a lot of selling happening here, hey? Just by highlighting all of these wicks here. You can see a lot of selling happening here every time we get into these areas here. So yeah, pretty clear what we need to do here. We need to clear this range. We need to close candle bodies above these areas. And that's clear breakout. I mean, this is the very, very good weekly chart that you want to see. We don't need all the data, right? We're pretty much in this accumulation phase. We haven't really broken out here, so there's no reason for us to look for resistance levels on the left side of the chart, right? We can look at that later. A beautiful chart. I mean, don't care about narratives, stories, whatever. Just looking purely at the chart, you've got higher lows, and you're trying to make a higher high here, which is your breakout level. This area here. You can see lots of selling that has happened in this area previously, and we're trying to see if we can exhaust those sellers in this area here, right? Clear support levels, which are your lows here, and clear breakout levels, which you need to close above. I mean, technical analysis doesn't have to be hard. It's simply that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So thoughts on the HOA chart. If you want me to take a look at your coin and I'm missing it in chat. Now, what is going on here? There's no way that there is just $1 worth of volume going on here. Is deck screener broken? What's the market cap of HOA? It's very low volume going on here. Now, they probably don't want to hear that because B-Roots keeps attacking the HOA gang with that FUD. Yeah, no, I'd rather look at the full history of the chart. We'll go to Rapid Pulse, down 45% versus USD. There's evidence of me calling the stop on KT stream. The this is the 3-day. The RSI has never been this low on the 3-day, not printed at least. Just above the 50%. I went ahead and nibbled a little bit at the 38.2, which is a little bit high for what I generally do. The next one, I'll probably get some at 50% as well. I'm just doing small positions. This is generally higher than what I normally do, but HOA, I think because it was launched with so very little liquidity, it doesn't do... It has done full retracements in the past to my reload zone, but either way, I mean, it's doing a healthy correction, which I've been calling for a long time. I mean, a correction is very healthy. It just gives you more room to move to the upside in the future. And I would love to get it here. This is technically where I should be getting it. I mean, this RSI is at 19, incredibly low on the daily. It's never been this low. But this, you're catching a falling knife here. The market hasn't shown you that it's bottomed. What does a bottom look like? A little W, right? A higher low and then a higher high. That's the definition of what a trend change is. So yeah, this is still good, still healthy. My thoughts are, if you can get here, create a W. I mean, that would be the buy off pulse chain. Are we gonna get it? I don't know, because these indicators have reset, but there's some staunch selling going on here now, as it's pretty much reset the momentum completely. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna give us a clear sign that it's ready to go. That's why I'll just continually buying as we go lower. So it looks good, and I'm happy it's finally happening. DJ and Trader, thanks for the kind comments, dude. Take your earn and earn stable coins. Can I do communist? Yeah, so if you've tech Hexstacks, you can mint com.today. That's my referral link. You get a little bit more com, and you also help out the channel. That's mintcom.today. That's my referral link. So this is Hex versus com. I don't know what's going on here. It's showing no trading happening. So let's look at it versus Rapid Pulse. Made new highs here. Interesting. I'm very bleak because I had to sell some com. So I needed a new computer. Either way, this is the chart that matters versus Rapid Pulse. You're still in value. Com is valuable versus PLS here. You're creating nice market structure here as you're starting to create higher lows. This is technically your W here, and it'll be much clearer on the weekly. That's the highlighter. You see the higher lows that you're creating, and I even think this one is higher than the previous one back here. Yeah, and as soon as you start closing candles here, that's your technical breakout level, and you can go higher from there. Don't know if the indicators are really telling us much. Nothing there. On the weekly, nothing bullish nor nothing bearish really. Communists. So guys, discussing the OA on a 9mmv3. It doesn't matter what chart or liquidity barrier you look at. It's going to be exactly the same chart. More data is better. The indicators might throw something off. Teddy bear. Okay, yeah, let's get to the Tropo ecosystem. Die up 55%. Damn. What a great call. I mean, what can we say here, right? Still in value versus PLS, right? This is the reload zone. We're still well below that. That's your macro analysis. To add to the macro, you've got nice market structure. You're even going to see it on the weekly. Let's put on the line chart. You can see these W's down here. It's really good market structure, right? Clear, a small one here, a larger one here. I mean, many, right? This is good market structure that you need to go higher. We've bounced off the 61.8, so value was here, and that's why I tweeted it. And I generally tweet the larger project, which I can't really move the market, or my following can't really move the market, so I feel comfortable tweeting those. But the smaller market cap coins and the sacrifices and all those valuable plays that I do post that on my Telegram channel. And you can get to that by joining the Patreon in the link in the description down below. And that also supports me. And when I get enough Patreons, I can do this full time, right? That would be awesome. To go full time in the bull. So, yeah, I mean, the weekly looks fine here. You just locally, it's not cheap anymore. On the macro, yeah, it's still fine to get some here if you're holding it for the long term. So that's DAI, looking good. And all of these coins, you can already see all of them moving together, right? For some reason, they want to move today. And it's hard sometimes to know. Right, so unfortunately, Teddy Bear didn't come back to my reload zone. I was looking at it, ready to buy it, and unfortunately, it's gone. It's fine. I still have a lot that I've accumulated down here. I literally tweeted the breakout here, so it's fine. Yeah, and I'm holding my positions onto the end. So what can we say here? Are we still macro cheap? Yeah, macro, we are still cheap, but not for much longer. Locally, it's kind of like in the nosebleed section. Very strong hidden bullish divergences that we formed here. This is going to outperform, right? Don't get me wrong when I say it's in the reload zone or the nosebleed section. Locally, it's in the nosebleed section, right? But there's lots of bullish signs on the chart here. So you can see strong bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence, as the price action is still higher, yet the momentum practically has reset. So very, very powerful here. The weekly chart looks just as good. I mean, if you as soon as you start closing candles above this 3000 area here, where the gray line is, it's off to the races, and you're probably going to see new all-time highs after that. So yeah, you should have been accumulating these things down here. Ichopa up 46%, good to see. So get it versus Rapid Pulse. Yeah, I missed this one. You see how it came back into my reload zone yesterday? Yeah, I missed that. Strong hidden bullish divergence as price is much, much higher here. Damn. Macro, this is the cheaper one here, as it's still below the 78.6 level. Pretty sure DAI is a little bit higher than that. So macro, you're still in value, and you can hold it for until the end of the bull market. Locally, you should have been getting it here, and you can see how the market has taken that deal there. And it's given a lot of accumulation. You can see beautiful market structure. Once again, if you close above this 200 area, 200 PLS per Achopa, it's off to the races. That came out funny. Let's get back to this chat. False spot. PLSP. So it's had a major move. It's not doing much. It's up a percentage point versus USD. Versus Rapid Pulse, I think you're in the short reload zone, very high on the RSI. This is just not a deal here anymore, alright? It doesn't mean it can't go higher, right? This is the nosebleed section. You can see this is your reload zone, and this coincides with good market structure. You can see how much trading has happened in this range here. So that's where you want to get some. Can't get it here. Beautiful little W. This will still be healthy if you get a correction all the way to your reload zone. And we just saw this on DAI and Itropa, everything right. It just did their retracement levels, and you can see how aggressively they bounced off these levels. I tweeted the breakout level practically here, so you guys need to follow me on Twitter. Okay. Is that the head and shoulders on com chart? Don't know. But we've just covered it, right? You got that, gave you your breakout levels. So I'm chopped liver. My answers don't deserve a thank you. So I'm afraid you are. I don't have any earn to claim. Any thoughts on gophers? I've got gophers. No, Dex Screener is screwed here. It's printing no volume for us. So versus a wrapped pulse, right? We talked about these at the highs here. Not in value, right? It's in the nosebleed section. Like I was saying, I don't know how high this can go. I don't know if this is the top. The RSI was very high. It's coming down nicely. This is your reload zone here, clearly marked, so I can get some if it gets there. I've been taking profits on the way up because I put into this a rather large position, larger than what I normally do. So I've been very stingy with taking my doubles, and it's fine because I've done pretty well on this. And I would love for it to come down here so I can reload more. But I'm not buying here, and I'm not telling. And my trading strategy says that this is the nosebleed section. That if you're buying it here, you're looking to get punched in the face, right? Kick and Gran. Let's quickly look here. I mean, both of these are still in the reload zone. They're still cheap, even with PLS. So there are definitely... These are the coins that I founded, right? You can see we're inside the reload zone for Kick. Gran down 7% on the day. And Gran is even cheaper, right? The log chart looks impressive, but if I click on, you can see how ravaged this chart is, right? We're still up quite a lot, 17x from the lows. But it's still got a lot more room to do the upside. You can see the beautifully rounded bottom, the higher lows, right? It's a good market structure. If the granny wanted to get some, she can wait for this area. It looks like she might get it. I don't know. So yeah, we've talked about gophers, pizza, wrapped BTC, PayPay up 17%, up X up 12%. You would have thought it would have been up a little bit higher with the launch of Earn Protocol because it uses Earn Protocol. Rob up 14% on the day. Wrapped PLS, I'll just go through it quickly because that's where I'd be interested, or I don't want front running happening to me again, especially on lower cap coins. Bana, I mean, still up there. Incredible chart, like even versus Wrapped Pulse. I mean, it looks like a log chart. It's a linear chart. Can't, like, the granny can't get it up there, unfortunately. That's why I don't really talk about it, because it's not cheap anymore. Just scrolling through everything here. The alien coin just continues higher. Look at where I looked at that back there. Should have gotten some of this. Either way, bearish divergences there. This looks like complacency. Definitely not in value. Did I no, actually I didn't do ink. 6.5, up 24% on the day. New highs today locally. Let's look at versus Wrapped Pulse. New highs versus Wrapped Pulse. Still bearish divergences as price is higher, indicator is lower. It's not in value here, right? Locally, it is a pretty chart, right? It's absolutely ravaged. And I mean, this is why a chart that gets massively sold off like this rebounds hard This is why it is the best performing richer hard asset, is solely because it was sold down massively like this. This is what assets do that have been sold off like this. Very normal. Can I do Marsh? Although it's not on Postchain. Yeah, I mean, I love looking at altcoins. Unmarshal token. $21, 3-day chart. Wow. Let's go to the weekly. This is a beautiful chart, dude. Let's look at the on-balance volume. So, massive bullish divergence. Dude, what is this chart? Beautiful W back there, rally off. Let's look at it versus wrapped ETH. Because you want to be outperforming wrapped ETH, alright? This looks like an absolute deal here. On balance volume. Yeah, you can see major bullish divergence as price is going lower, yet lots of volume is just coming in here. W here, launch. You're back in the reload zone here, even defending the lows here. Dude, I might even get some of this coin. It's gonna be like picture perfect market structure. I mean, that's your weekly W. You've come down to retest it even again. Locally into the reload zone. I mean, as soon as you start closing candles there, those are your breakout levels. I mean, how high can this go, right? Like, I mean, where do we start measuring from? Yeah, nice chart. Hans, how confident are you ZKZX goes back above? I closed my ZKZX position and I hardly ever close positions because I generally risk very small percentages that I don't mind going to zero, and I just sell halves and doubles. And I closed that position. So I don't know, dude. I'm not. For some reason, I just closed that position. Yeah, PTGC performing incredibly well. There's no real reason to look at it because we're looking for deals and it's just blasting off. Crypto Dave says they are moving today because of the SAC and the OA wallet activity, I believe. Hans, how's your trailer at the Pulse trailer? Blah. Pulse Trailer Park. Pulse. PTP. What is the Paya? Let's see what this is doing. It's doing good, dude. I still need to replace my wheels, so they're sitting on concrete blocks for now. But until I can afford new wheels. What do we want to know here? Right. The RSI is printed. It's not yet at value. It's gonna get there eventually. It's just not there yet. The RSI is a little bit high. Maybe we can go to shorter time frames. Is that bullish divs? Nothing there. Yeah, I mean, wait for the reload zone. What do you think about the 1.5 million buy on Bill? I saw it and it's probably routed across all of the pairs because all of the pairs have this massive wick on the chart. That massive wick. Let's go to the 4 hourly. That one there. We go here to USD and we filter the minimum amount. Let's put that 1 million. See if that transaction comes up. Yeah, 3 hours ago. Let's look at that transaction. Hopefully it loads because we really need a better block explorer. Okay, so people finding their airdrops, I'm glad. Mantra and PLSP here, so this is not loading. Mantra. I looked at Mantra's chart recently. It's not a pretty chart. It trades very, very weirdly. Like, when I say not a pretty chart, and I mean, like, yeah, it's choppy. It looks like Bart Simpson's. Doesn't take away from the product anything at all. This week's not healthy. I don't know. Wicks and tails like to be eaten, and you're spending a lot of time here at this wick. You've got some support levels here. Yeah, it seems like it needs a little bit more time here. It's just, and you hope these levels hold. At least the momentum is rising. Let's look at volume. Maybe volume tells us something. So volume has interestingly enough been rising steadily with bullish divergences, which is good to see. As the price action makes these lower lows, yet volume keeps increasing. And I think we looked at PLSP. It's pulse spot, right? Yeah, rewind. We've looked at pulse spot. Pulse kitten. Recently looked at it. It's not doing well versus its PLS pair. I mean, it's cheap. Just don't know if this wick is going to get filled all the way. It's still 50% to go before it fills. Then again, you do have some support levels here. There's no clear market structure that I can see, no real W's. I mean, it's not the clearest one, but there is one there. Yeah, I mean, it's cheap. RLB. Never mind about RLB. Okay, yeah. Answer, what prices would you be interested in some time? Seems like PLN, Skank token, dime. Let's see. So this area marked here on my chart, 21 PLS per time token. That's where I would like to get it. If I could get it there. D star, for some reason I couldn't see your messages. This is, oh, there you go. Bro, check out Palai. Palai is partnered with Google and IBM. I actually skipped your chart, sorry, because I don't know why. Sorry. Let's look at Palai for you, and I think we'll finish after that. He really wants me to check Belay. Up 28% on the day. This is the weekly chart. Dude, it's left at the station, eh? It's Sukkot versus Wrapped, BLS. It's given you many times to get into it, right there. It's given you a chance to get into it. From that high, it's given you a chance to get in. Now it is too late. If it's gonna give you another chance, that's where you should get it. Hex to Mars, PTGC. We've looked at the chart and we've talked about it again after that. But pretty much to summarize it, it's performing really well. If you hold some, congratulations. Consider taking some profits if you're up against your PLS massively. It's not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply a random dude on the internet. Right, but it's not in value. And low cap with a small investment, in my opinion. Absolutely, bro. Just for my style of investing is I need to wait for that little green box there, right? And once it gets there, I can put in a small position, a small investment, like you say. And then I can make more PLS. This just gives me a position of strength, right? I'm waiting for the market to come to me instead of chasing a 38% pump, right? All right. This has been an hour and something. I don't know if I've gotten to everything. There's 36 people in the chat. If you could, there's 29 likes, so that's awesome. So thanks for that. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out the links in the description down below. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys are making some insane gains. Don't get shaken out by the volatility. There's still a lot more time left in the bull market, right? So don't get wrecked. Play from a position of strength. I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers for now, and bye-bye.